What's up, buddy?
In the virtual building. Man, we are having technical difficulties today. And it had to be today of all days because it is the series finale.
Of course.
And yeah, like why not, right? This is a first that this has ever happened to me. And the issue is right now, LinkedIn is having issues. I got like a pop-up that says LinkedIn might be having some streaming issues. Remove it from the broadcast and then re-add it. Did that like 10 times. So it seems like it's not happening. So we're going to have the show continue. We're on live on Facebook and YouTube. So welcome everybody that's tuning in right now.
Welcome in.
But we'll probably have to replay this on LinkedIn, and it's fine, right? We're having a conversation among friends.
That's right.
It's like a conference call. Can't wait for this one. But man, this is the series finale. Like series finale. Like you believe it's over?
Wait, hold on. You saying series finale?
Series finale.
Holy. I'm here calling it the season, and it's the series.
Series finale.
This is saddening. This is very sad news.
This is sad news. Sad because we're shifting gears, transitioning, and there's been a lot on my plate these past few days or past few weeks, I should say. And hold on. It says we're live on LinkedIn. We're back. The LinkedIn gods. Thank you. We're back. We're back. Oh,
LinkedIn's gods have blessed us. Thank you.
The LinkedIn god. Now, the thing is, do people know? I don't know. I'm gonna have to go on my phone. But anyways, as we talk this through, let's just have a quick casual conversation. How you feeling that? Like that? I know you mentioned it's sad for you, but how you really feeling? DYOS.
No, it's been a great experience to go through this. You brought me on into season 2. And, it's just been a ride through this whole thing. It's been a really good experience. But I'm sure we'll work together again. Absolutely.
Yeah, for sure. We have the book launch next week, so that's going to be pretty exciting. And this just in, newsflash, LinkedIn stream has gone down again. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
Man. Too funny.
But no, man, like to think about it, what came out of this experience? When I think back to March 2020, that's where I got these whispers. Again, everyone's heard me, spiritual person. The whispers, I felt like God was talking to me and it was connect with the people. And that's what I did. Brought it to Zoom first. Didn't have a clue about what I was going to talk about, what the whole flow or structure was going to be, but it was just organic. And here we are, LinkedIn Live today. And even like season 2, bringing you on, D, that was just magical in itself, where whispers again was, hey, connect with D. And that only started because you came on to that morning huddle for 360 Insights.
Exactly. I'm back next week, actually.
Yeah, man. And man, since then you've been able to ride with me, and I appreciate you just, giving up your time. This is time that you can't get back, but you've invested your time into this space, into this opportunity, into creating impact for people. And everyone that tunes in loves the vibe that you create week over week. So all the gratitude and appreciation really goes to you.
Thank you so much, man. Thank you.
Yeah, because I doubt anyone would want to hear me like sing like as an intro.
No,
so having you come in as a DJ with the multitude of music that you have at your disposal versus just me singing,
not
a good thing at all. But I'm gonna miss this flow, and what came out of it was so many beautiful things, like connections with people from around the world that I never would have ever spoken to or interacted with if it wasn't for the pandemic. Number one. Number two, the show, a book came out of it, right? And that's all in a year's time. So I want to thank you. I want to thank everybody that's tuning in or not tuning in right now, because LinkedIn, you guys,
shout out to Michael.
I did this on purpose. I'm trying to hold Reggie down, but you're not going to hold me down. Coming back.
No.
But no, we appreciate y'all for tuning in and catch us on the replay because it's gonna be on the replay for LinkedIn. But yeah, I know you're busy with all the things that you got to do, D. But again, I just want to thank you for everything. Thank you for your time. Thank you for the love. Thank you for just the enthusiasm and the vibe that you bring to this series. It's been a magical experience. So thank you.
No, thank you, man. Appreciate it. All the best to you, and we're gonna work together in the future. It doesn't matter. So
Oh,
it's not a goodbye. It's we'll see you in a bit.
1000%. All right, my friend.
All right, man. Have a great
Thank
show,
you.
guys.
Talk to you soon. All right. Michael Paterano, he's tuning in from YouTube. So what's going on, Mike? I see you. So appreciate you. We're going to be bringing on two wonderful ladies. And Mike, you actually know these two ladies because you introduced me to them. So thank you for doing that because they are magical human beings. And keyword is magic because they really come with a high vibe frequency, always smiling, and they fill my cup every time I talk to them. They warm my heart, fill up my spirit, and without further ado, I'm gonna be bringing on Charisse as well as Andrea, and we're just gonna have a conversation. That's it. There's Charisse. There's Andrea.
Hey, Reggie.
Hey,
Hi.
Charisse. Hey, Andrea. How's it going?
Wonderful. We cannot imagine a better place to spend our evening than with you. You were talking about the pandemic and the year and the journey that's been.
Mhm.
And all three of us have been a part of that journey together. And we wouldn't have met had it not been the pandemic and the stuff that happened for each one of us in our journeys. So thank you so much, Reggie, for hosting us tonight.
No worries. Thank you for gracing me with your presence today. Because you could have been somewhere else. We chose to be here.
Where else?
Yeah.
It's Reggie.
Yeah.
Where else would I be right now? I don't know.
So let's just start. Like introduce yourselves. Let the people know what y'all do. We could start with Charisse and then we'll talk to Andrea. She could do her introduction. Let's go ahead.
My name is Charisse Fonts, and I'm human. Just putting it out there. It's important to be reminded of our humanness, my humanness, and everyone else that is human. Where do I start? I'm in a very interesting space of just bliss. And so I don't even know if my intro would even work for just how I'm feeling. But to give some context, I run two companies, and I help companies create better environments for humans and bring humanity into the workplace. And then I have a nonprofit that is focused on raising humanity in communities and in individuals, and with the hope to end the isms that are harming our humanity. I have a lot of kids, and I'm also a birth doula. So I help families birth their babies. And I'm just so excited to be here.
I love it. Look at that. Like owns two companies, a not-for-profit. You're also an author.
Yes.
Multiple children. So it's like everything just about you is just multiple.
What does it say in the Bible? Go forth and multiply, right? Like that's
Yeah. She's even wearing 2 pairs of pants. This is amazing. This goes with the theme.
Oh my goodness. Yes, multiples. That's a little bit about me.
Cool. Andrea.
Hello, everyone. My name is Andrea Kohomi Summers. I am. I don't like labels. So I just am. I am me. But for those who are interested in, well, what does me do? I'm a spiritual Sherpa is the easiest way to explain it. And that is my purpose. It jump started in 2020 thanks to the pandemic, and as everything unwinded, the traditional way of career, business, everything else. Traditionally, I grew up in the business world in marketing, advertising, corporate communications, executive coaching, leadership development, and that segued into consulting and change management and culture work with companies. But 2020 prompted me to start my own company, and it brought together some amazing individuals. I won't say we're experts because we're always learning, we're always growing, we're always changing, but it's people who help other people on their spiritual journey. And that led me to Charisse. I have the pleasure of working with Charisse. And I also work in a few other partnerships with other companies where I get to leverage all my skills, but without the, four walls in an office with no fresh air and any of that. The world might have turned upside down, but I feel more free and I'm living my best self and trying to and learning, growing, and changing every day.
Well, that's good. You got to continue to evolve. And for those that don't know, what is spiritual Sherpa? Like, what does that mean?
I thank you for asking. I don't like using coach, even guide. I'm here to hold your hand for a couple steps on your journey. And I have a few gifts that help me see things that others cannot see. That is more in the spiritual space. So I can see your potential, your truth, possibly part of your purpose. And as each person navigates their way, I prompt with questions. I hold your hand along the way and for a few steps, and then people move on. And that is a blessing to be able to participate in people's lives that way. So I can't help you get to the top of Mount Everest, but
No?
I'm not going to carry you. I can't do that for you, but I can help you get a few steps ahead on your journey.
I think you're selling yourself too short. I think you can help both Therese and I get to Mount Everest.
You guys already got there.
I feel it in my spirit. It's talking to me. You're going to carry us up on your shoulders. It's all good. It's all good. So, man, I'm excited for this. Why I'm excited for this conversation? Because it's you two. Everything flows so naturally from whether it be one-on-one conversations we've had or just conversations when you came on board. Both of you came on board for the virtual book club, and you just there's this aura about both of you. Just the smiles alone, just the beaming smiles, and I love the fact that Therese talked about everything she does for humanity. But Andrea, like you're doing things for humanity too. I think we're all trying to do that. What do you both feel about that subject around humanity? What do you think is lacking in today's humanitarian, if that makes any sense? We're just humanity in general. Just made humanitarian. I think so, kind of, sort of. I'll Google it myself. But answer.
There's this quote that I really like. It says, all of humanity's problems stem from man's inability to be in a room alone. And I think that that's where we start. If we're filling so much space, we aren't feeling. And our humanity is so connected to the being in which occupies this vessel that there needs to be quietness, there needs to be stillness. And so, as we have modernized and technology has done some great things, we have had a bit of trouble navigating boundaries in which technology leads and our humanity follows. It should be the other way around. So that's what I think.
Cool. Andrea.
I feel like humanity has gotten caught up in the day-to-day, the grind, whatever it is. We're all like heads down, blinders on, you've got to do XYZ. We were born, you go to school, You get a job, you work really hard, you live your life, you die. And everyone's just going. And we're caught up in concepts and paradigms and philosophies and all of these words that disconnect us from our humanness and propagate fear within all of us. We live in a world that's based on fear, and through fear, there's control. We do it to ourselves too. It's not just external facing. We each, every human has something that they are afraid of. You're afraid of loss, you're afraid of success, you're afraid of change. But that limits you on your journey and finding your purpose and fulfilling why you're here and why you were created. Every individual has worth and is a blessing in this world. It's coming back to your center in a way and understanding that there's more to you than just what everyone else or how everyone else defines you and sees you. You need to be able to see yourself and give yourself the space and time to be able to find yourself along the way. There's no timeline for anyone on this. It just happens in your own time and space.
No, I love that description from both of you, because there's a lot of things that I'm picking up. Cherise talked about the stillness, and Andrea, you talked about the busyness. Like, we're always constantly on the go. My thing is, like, when I and fear, fear in terms of, kind of really holds us back from actually living out our true potential. And actually, you mentioned there's different dimensions where there's fear of failure, fear of success, that we all need to be cognizant of. But once we are able to overcome those things, then we can kind of realize, what's on the other side, which could actually be a golden experience and a golden opportunity. But it's funny because as both you were talking, the human race comes to my mind. And I feel like putting the pieces that you all just spoke about in terms of the stillness, in terms of the going, it is a race. I feel like people are running a race, but we don't know what we're running to half the time. Right? We're running blindly. What do y'all think about what I just said in that regard? And what do you think really needs to happen to really hone in, get back to what you talked about, Andrea, which is get back to your center?
I'm looking at Charisse because I'm like, I don't know if this is what's coming up for her, but I'm going to say it. I'm going to steal it from her. Ubuntu. The Ubuntu, I am because we are, I am because you are. We are each equal in this space. And there is no one who is greater or less than. We are each unique in this space. That's missing from all of this. So this rat race and everything that we're just caught up in is lacking this. You said humanness, Reggie, and Charisse used humanity. You put those two together, and the humans, the noun that goes with this, the humans have added a bunch of adjectives on and labels into all of it, and then they're defining worth by that. And we grow up in a system or society, community that believes it. And therefore we limit ourselves, when in reality, the limitation is within our own beliefs. But if we let go of judgment, anger, arrogance, fear, these other kind of negative words, we realize that Ubuntu is at the center of our humanness and being human, the world can actually shift. Communities can shift. Workplaces can shift. The dynamic between people shifts as a result of that. And people from very different backgrounds can hold space for each other without judgment. So to me, that's the thread of where we would like to be.
Cool. Charisse, you want to riff on that a little bit, or are you good? What do you think?
I like how you connected with the word race, as in we're running towards something, but what are we running towards? And you take everything we talked about earlier, pair it with what Andrea just said, and it's like, this is why the stillness is so needed, because we will just continue to run into we'll continue the Groundhog's Day over and over and over again, but then say, we don't want Groundhog's Day, but we're going to continue it, and so it's it's a fascinating, I never looked at it as human race. Like we are racing towards something, and what is it that we're racing towards, and how we've had moments in history where we've had those people come up and just inspire us to go a different way, and then we lose the momentum, and then we just go back to kind of the same pattern, and it's like, aren't we tired of doing the same old thing? You know.
You know what's crazy what you just said there. So I want to talk about the stillness part of it first, because I think there's value in that stillness, and I want you all to jump in, or feel free to jump in, because it's a casual conversation. But when I think about stillness, I tried it a few times, more than a few, and it really helped me hone in on just ideas and just
Mhm.
being in my own mind, my own state, and just really thinking about what I want to do with my life, what I want to do with certain projects, and so forth. And there's so much value in that. But when we're
You know.
racing towards something that we don't even know what the finish line looks like for us, to your point, Sharice, it's like it's Groundhog Day. And there was something I listened to this morning, which was crazy that you brought this up. And the saying was, be afraid of doing the exact same thing next year. Think about that again 5 years from now, doing the exact same thing. Think about that 10 years from now. A lot of people are doing that. And I feel like right now more than ever, like even with, we're coming out of the pandemic in a weird way, but we're coming out of it. But I still feel like there's a lot of fear with people kind of congregating, even though, like, sports is available, live sports, people are still getting together, at arenas and so forth. But for a lot of people, they're still like, they've kind of adapted to this new way of living where they're just kind of conjuring up in their own home and going through the Groundhog Day in, day or the motions, and not just experiencing life, not evolving, not reinventing themselves. Like within some of your circles, friends, family, are you ladies encountering some of that in terms of what I'm talking about? Because I'm seeing it for some people, not only in my circle but other people's circles, because we talk about this all the time.
I've seen some similarities in what you're saying, Reggie. I think people have adapted to this new way of being. Some are trying to push back into what's been and trying to ignore all of this and just, they want the old way. Others are scared and don't want to go anywhere. And they've locked themselves into this fear, as you said. But there's something that you said about both stillness and then, kind of being trapped or holed up in your home for whatever reason. You can still actually have an adventure every minute of the day, even if you're in your own space, because everything is within your mind. And within your mind, you can explore anything and everything. So within meditation, there's your own journey and where you want to be. You can build that. You can work towards it. You can write a book. I'm looking at
Apparently you can.
2 fellow authors that have written in the past year. So there's so many things that won't keep you anchored in what's been. But you need to see that you can create. You are a creator, and you have to lock yourself or free yourself from that fear basis that's come up because of COVID and 2020 and everything that has been lost. But also, it's part of human nature. We are afraid of change. So you have to face that within yourself first.
Cool. And I just want to bring up something from Michael Paterano. He said that humanity has been lost in the game of time that doesn't exist and has every reason to disconnect. Each being has the opportunity to rise above as a collective and inspire others to do so. What do y'all think about that?
I think that there's a lot in that statement in terms of we've been lost in the game of time, whereas time is also relative. And the disconnect part, I think it's like, why do we want to disconnect? I did a over the holiday break, no phone, no technology, just shut it all down. And it was so amazing to reconnect to nature and disconnect from the noise, from the frequency that was not flowing through my body, and connect in another way. And that window gave me an opportunity, to Michael's last point, to rise above and show up how I'm showing up every single day. So I think there's a lot. I don't know where he pulled this out of. There's a lot to be broken down in what he just said, but it's like, yes, simple answer, yes, and then everything I just said before. However, I want to say something to what you said earlier, Reggie, about the same thing, doing the same thing year over year. I remember, and my husband and I were reflecting on this. We were like talking about, like, back in the day when we were much younger and started dating, and like, he's like,
much younger. What are you talking about? It was like, yes, it was like yesterday, like last year. Come on. You're only like 22. It's fine.
Yeah, I'll take it. Oh gosh, don't put me in my 20s, please. But like, he was saying how I just had this ambition and this optimism about myself that was attractive. And I remember at that time, I was like, really? That's what attracted you? Because I was a hot mess. But one of the things during that time in that season was, I was like, I'm not going to be doing the same thing I'm going to do this year. Like, I always had that, even though I was like going through the homeless situation and going through just custody issue, just all types of crap. I remember that was like my unspoken rule for myself, was I will not be doing the same thing I'm of last year. And every year, if I were to go back, it has always progressed forward. And I just think it's such a powerful thing to be cognizant of. Am I doing the same things that I complained about last year? One of the big ones, some people, getting healthy and losing lbs. Like, people will carry that year after year after year after year. And there was something Les Brown said, you got to get tired. You got to
you gotta be hungry.
You gotta get to a point where you're like, I will not do this same behavior over and over again. And I know, and we know what that is. Nobody needs to call out anybody's behavior, but we know within ourselves that thing that is causing.
See, y'all didn't want to hear me sing. See, keep going.
Can you
sing? D-Money, I don't need you, boy. I'm just joking.
Can you sing, Reggie? Can you sing?
Sorry?
Can you sing?
No.
I know you can act. Can you act like you can sing?
I could act like I could sing, yeah, off camera. That's for sure.
All right, cool. Got you.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. I took my moment. I took my Lauren moment.
Do it.
Sorry. Oh, is that? Here's Johnny. Johnny, where are you at, brother? You're supposed to be on here. Where are you at? Look at that profile pic. Can we discuss this profile pic for a minute?
Yes.
I want to break this down. This is
He's laughing upstairs.
Let's have a moment. So, ladies and gentlemen, we have Johnny in the building, and Johnny is Andrea's better half. Could I say better half?
Absolutely.
No, you're the better half. You're the better half. Johnny's
No.
secondary. No, okay,
No.
okay.
No.
I see you, Johnny.
My better half, my husband, my soulmate,
Ooh,
my everything.
Jeez.
He's my
Okay.
everything.
And I want to talk about your everything. And I love the profile pic because it's so like distinguished. It's like, psst, here's me. Like,
Once upon a time, Johnny was a model, and there are all kinds of pictures. I don't know if he has them, all of them anymore, but yeah, he used to be. He's a man of many different trades. We're talking about people who do the same thing over and over and over again. Johnny has never done that. Like, always reinventing himself, always moving forward, always changing things, reflecting what doesn't he like, where does he want to be, how does he want to improve, and always, always, always moving forward, to the point where he gave up traditional career and now he's got his own business, and this work of art behind me is his.
yes, and I want you to talk about that work of art too as you describe everything. But keep going.
Well, yeah, we could talk about the spirituality actually that he's following. So giving up that traditional.
Oh, stop it, Johnny. You know it's all about you, brother. You know it's all about. He's like, tell me more. Tell me more. Just joking. Go ahead.
I'm like, babe, you want to come down here?
You might as well.
He's just giggling upstairs. He's giggling.
Johnny.
So once upon a time,
upstairs.
Johnny used to be a Calvin Klein model, underwear model. Okay, got it. And that's how Andrea fell in love. She was looking through a magazine, said, "Oh my God, look at his abdomens. Abdomens, because he's probably got about 10." And then not only does he have 10 abdomens, but he also has a Calvin Klein underwear on, tighty whities. So that's how she got caught. And it's cuffing season. And I wonder if it was like in the dead of winter or just before before winter. That's when cuffing season starts, because you're going to be able to have that person just for the winter time, to cuddle up. Okay, cool. We're back. Johnny's in the building. Thank you, Johnny.
Not how it worked, but I like your story. I like it.
But okay.
We worked together. At one point, and what attracted him to me, it was more of this connection. When you meet someone that you feel like you've known forever, and you haven't been in their lives for years, it's literally like first sight. You guys start talking, and then it's like, hold up, I know you. I don't know how I know you, but I know you so thoroughly. And that was for both of us. And it was through work. And what was really intriguing to me about him was that we worked for a lighting company at the time. And he was a sales guy for the lighting company, but we were at a trade show and he came over because he heard me talking about one of the books that I had written. And he was like, I'm an artist too. And he started talking about his art. We weren't talking about the lighting that we were selling or the marketing that I had created for this product and company that I'd been working for forever. It was this human connection. It's this humanness that you guys have been talking about. That's what brought us together. It was the humanity within each other, the humanness, and the ability to see past what was on the outside completely. Yes, Reggie, that pic is beautiful, and he is my handsome, sexy man. Yes. But
I love this. I love love. Let's talk about love. Let's go deeper, because Sharice, you're next too. We're gonna talk about this. We're gonna talk about this with you. Don't think you got away from this. Let's continue, Andrea. Let's go.
It was all about what was inside, truly, because there was this passion burning inside of him where he was like, I paint and I love to create. And he had his day job that he had to do because it sustained him. But at the same time, there was just this creative spirit and this fire inside that when he spoke, his eyes lit up, his energy lit up. And everything about that was just so not just attractive, because the people take that in a very like physical way, but the attractiveness was the soulfulness that was inside, that is there to this day, right? It's why we're together, like our soulfulness and the soul fire that's inside of us is what attracted us to each other. So go ahead, Reggie. Thank you, Sharice.
No, I'm listening. I love this. I love the fire that connects, that burns inside of both of you. Just
It
fueling.
truly is. And
I
it's
know.
the spiritual. So stillness, we were talking about stillness. Charisse, you said you were a hot mess. Well, so was I.
Hmm.
So is Johnny. I think we all have that at one point or another in our lives, right?
Yeah.
And for some of us, it lasts longer than others. However, once you find who you are and you're comfortable with who you are in the stillness, and you can push out the noise from the world around you, because you're like, oh wait, that was just kind of a band-aid to help me get
Mhm.
through whatever I was going through.
Mhm.
And you're comfortable with who you are, all of a sudden you unlock everything, and your creator spirit inside flows through. This connection, it's the chakra colors and spirit and everything in between. It's human, divine, the universe all connecting us together. Us coming together. Mike Paterano, shout out to you for connecting all of us.
Yeah.
Right?
Even he's saying you've inspired him right now. He needs to go work for a lighting company to be enlightened.
Well, Mike, you now work near the one that Johnny and I, or you now live near the one that Johnny and I used to work at, which was in Philly. So
Look at that. And yeah, do you want those are the chakra colors on the piece of art that you mentioned behind you.
yep. He's an
Awesome.
abstract artist, and he paints from spirit and from this soulful place. And his paint splatters, the colors he uses,
Mhm.
he goes into this space where he's either meditating or channeling, and he creates from that space. So it connects with people in different ways, but it's a vibe. It's not like I'm going to paint this image exactly as I see it and it's going to be perfectly symmetrical and everything. He just flows.
Jeez, Johnny. You're ruining it for all men. Like, first of all, you have this God-given ability to create abstract art. And then on top of that, your profile pic, stunning. And you have a 10-pack, bro? How do we compete? How do guys like me compete out in this marketplace when there's Johnny's?
He also
No.
used to be a basketball player.
And he used wow. Okay. Throw that in there.
But the great point here, Reggie, is that there is no comparison. There is only one Reggie who is so incredibly unique that you've inspired me through our conversations.
Uh-oh. There's that book. No, thank you. No, you've inspired. Johnny's laughing. He's like, oh my God, stop. And then even Mike, maybe I should give it a shot. Maybe better shot than the last attempt. Oh my God, we're not gonna go there, Michael. Not tonight.
Not enough ice cream.
Not enough ice cream. Yeah, no, I appreciate that because you've inspired me. You've helped me greatly. And I was gonna ask you, and I should have asked you this before, because I'm like, I don't want to put you on the spot. I really don't, because I love your gift is freaking amazing. And I want you to kind of like, this is a first in DYOS history, but I don't know if you would like oblige me on this one. And feel free to say no. Like, I'm not gonna be one of those people like, oh my gosh, she said no, and like end the
I know you
broadcast.
won't.
It's
Just
fine.
ask.
But I want you to do what you do, like on Charisse and me. That's just before we close out. But I want to go to Charisse's love life because there's all love here. Multiple.
All love, no hate.
So let's talk about your version of Johnny. And does he have a sexy profile pic? And if he's not wearing Calvin Klein underwear, is he wearing Fruit of the Looms? We need to know.
Oh goodness. I love that Andrea and John met at work. It's just perfect. We met online.
Ooh. Tinder or
plentyoffish.com. This is old school, so I'm dating. Tinder wasn't even there. Let me just put it that way. I've never seen a Tinder. good married woman. I don't know what Tinder is. But we met online, and we did everything backwards. So we had the kid first. It was a complete knocked up situation. It was like very quick, boom, kid. And then we're like, what do we do with this? We were very young. And he was, he had an active social life. So it was a very interesting situation. And, you know, when I think back, I remember I just had no idea how to have a relationship. I didn't have a relationship with myself. There was so much that I was clawing through and trying to figure out. Like that video, Erykah Badu, Bag Lady, that was me.
Bag lady, you gon' miss your bus.
You know,
Sorry.
there you go.
I did it again. I'm
It's okay. You got to keep singing, Reggie. Do it. And instead of
go.
wait, what?
Nothing. Go ahead.
And instead of me carrying the bags, I stuffed them in certain places so no one could see them, but they were there. And we had went through, so after we had our child, we went through really challenging time, both him and I, and we separated. And I was like, I'm going to be a single mom for the rest of my life. And that's what I said. That's it. Done with men. Because I've tried twice before. You don't need to hear all that. But I was done. And we had we still had this child. So we did our best to kind of make it work. And we were like, let's just be friends. And then I don't know what happened, but it's almost like if I'm teleporting, I was on a mountain in Tahoe and he was asking me to marry him. And it was he would have to tell his side of the story. I mean, I've heard it a little bit, but I haven't retained it enough to repeat it. But he said that he was talking to one of his friends and something just clicked where he's like, I don't want to do this anymore. I think I want this. And his friends were like, go get that. And then it was my first time in snow, my birthday weekend. And that's what happened. And unlike fairy tales and Disney stories, the real work starts. And so we went to premarital counseling. We really had to unlearn what we knew about relationships. We grew his family's his parents' relationship was not healthy. I didn't know what to make of mine. We just didn't have, I guess, the examples that we needed in terms of a relationship. So we had to relearn everything and then also relearn ourselves. And I will say that he has taught me more about humanity and love, and he's just awesome. And he's just a great partner, and I don't know, I like him. So, you know,
I don't know. I like him. I'll keep him.
Just keep it going for now.
See what happens.
The thing about marriage is it's not always easy to like what I learned was like, yes, you can always leave. And when one of the things we talk about is we never know when our end date will be. And when they say the vows till death do us part, death is just an end of something. So a relationship can be the end. That can be technically death and you part. So we don't know when that is, but as long as we're in each other's presence and we're giving each other the best parts of ourselves, might as well ride it out, see what happens. You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
Ride it out. You might as well. No. Thanks for sharing that story. And you know, Michael brings up something here. So, divine intervention. Who brought the tablet from the mountaintop? I don't know if he's talking about Moses or. But
I don't know where that came in though, in whatever Sharice was saying.
Yeah, Michael, you
Mike,
might have to
refresh me.
elaborate on that one.
Explain.
Sorry, but you know, you raise an interesting point where you all met on Plenty of Fish, started dating, had the baby first, probably learned a whole lot about each other through that whole process.
The farts.
Yeah.
I didn't
So
know.
yeah, the farts. That's when you cohabitate, there's a lot of sounds, smells. Yeah,
I
that
love
you-
it. So
but
yeah.
Johnny doesn't smell.
He's perfect.
Johnny doesn't fart. He has a 10-pack and he does abstract art. But you guys,
Sorry, say what you were gonna say.
no, I was just gonna say, but y'all just came back together, right? Like you said in that moment, he realized when he was talking to his friends that, man, I got this void in my life. And Sharice, like, even though we have like these rifts and these, breakdowns in our relationship, she kind of makes me whole, right? So, but that's good. Y'all bounce back, and look at that. And how many kids?
We have a total of 5, and we're planning the next one next year.
Planning another one. So not only do you have a starting 5, but you're looking for the 6th Man of the Year award. Okay, to bring in a sub. Okay, cool.
Yeah, I got it.
Basketball team. All right, cool.
Yeah,
I get it.
yeah.
Johnny plays basketball too.
Johnny's actually going to coach him.
Johnny will coach the team. Reggie, she needs babysitters to come in and to inspire them and motivate them. So
Yeah, I could do that online. That's for sure. We can do that.
no, it's better in person.
We can do that.
California, come on, Reggie.
Oh yeah, why not, Mr. Nanny over here for sure.
I didn't say nanny.
Okay,
No.
just
Life
inspire
coach, but for children and inspire them. Yes.
them.
You'd like my kids, Reggie.
I think every parent has to kind of say that you like my kids. No, actually, there's some parents out there that said no, they don't like their kids.
No,
I take that back.
No. You would like them. I'm honest about my children.
The way you looked into the camera, I believe you.
Fully. But you would like them.
Okay.
Not saying because they're the greatest beings and like they're just you would like
And
them.
Andrea, what do you think? She's really trying hard for that babysitter, like to fill that babysitter job. That's what I'm taking away from it. But that's just me.
They are a magical family. Her husband Mike is freaking amazing, and the things he does just to support the family, to love the children, to help them, like foster them so that they can find their own path. And Sharice to be like arm in arm with him, like in this, like that's rare, and it's beautiful to see. And the five are magical. They are magical little ones, including your cat Dinosaur, which I wish would jump into this right now.
He's not even here because my husband knew I was doing this live, so he took Cat Dinosaur. Cat Dinosaur is baby Mikey, who shows up and he'll roar while I'm in meetings with his dinosaur, and then he'll meow like a cat.
That's business meetings.
This
is our new way of working, and it's amazing.
This is amazing, and it's I'm picking up on a couple of things that the two couples have in common. Andrea has Johnny, again 10-pack, and then Sharice has Magic Mike. Like I'm drawing a few parallels here. I don't know if they were past strippers. Maybe not. Maybe they don't want to share that. That's fine.
You don't want to see my husband dance.
Listen, it's none of my business. None of my business. None of my business at all. I think Michael's talking about his kids. Mine was torture you. Oh, Mike, you can keep your kids. That's fine. So let do you mind us doing this thing? Dying. I don't even know. I don't know if you can like do a download right now because it's like, how do I concentrate on this?
I can.
Yeah?
I just need to center myself. I
want
got
you, I
one
want
for you.
I'm gonna take myself off, and I want you to do the Sharice. I'm gonna watch.
Yeah, you can stay right there. It's
Oh,
fine.
okay. I can stay right here. Okay. Okay. Cool.
I
So
was ready for you, but not like you guys keep talking for a minute. Let me ground myself and
okay.
then I'll connect with Sharice.
Let her ground herself. She's got to take the focus off of the 10-pack and
The laughter. The
the
laughter,
profile
Reggie.
pic.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
So Sharice, yeah,
Yes.
the farts.
I don't.
Sorry,
Oh,
Andrea.
we can't talk about farts or poop right now, okay? We got to talk about something a little bit more.
And Andrea, I tried. Okay. Let's get and scene. Fourth
For
wall.
everyone else out there, like what Reggie is asking me to do is to channel and essentially to do a clairvoyant or psychic reading. Kind of hard. You guys keep making me laugh, but I love the laughter, so thank you.
Okay, so we'll give we'll give Andrea a minute. So Sharice, your workshops, I've attended one of them.
How to
And
become a
that was
racist.
about, and I loved it. And I need to attend another series of them if you're still having them, because they need to be like like facilitated at every organization.
I agree.
Can you give the people like just a quick high elevator pitch of what your workshops are about?
Yes, so I appreciate you saying that and bringing it up. How to Become a Racist is a workshop that walks through from birth to racism. And it talks about how someone becomes racist because we're not born that way. And so this workshop is not like any workshop you've ever experienced. It's not what you think. It will make you think, and it has a ending that leads us on the right path to humanity. So when you said every company should take it, everyone should take it. And in fact, I'm launching the next series in February. So maybe I'll drop the link and y'all can definitely join. And Reggie, love to have you again if you can make it.
Yeah, and you know what? I need you to send me, I'm saying this live, but send me either the link to your website or a program overview, because I even want to pitch it to the company that I work for, 360 Insights, because they've been doing a really good job in terms of keeping the diversity conversation going. You know how people kind of said, okay, well, the whole George Floyd thing happened, let's do the press release and let's say that all lives matter or Black Lives Matter, this and that, and blah blah blah. No, they're actually continuing the conversation. So I think it would be valuable, and I want to pitch it to them to actually have you come in and do what you do, because I think it's truly valuable. So please do that.
Thank you so much. I will definitely do that. Appreciate it.
No worries. All right, Andrea, you ready? All right, Sharice, you're up. This is interesting, folks. Stay tuned.
So it's slightly hard because I had to dig for information channeling wise, because Sharice and I talk all the time. So I had to look for other things. I'm also mindful that this is public. So if Sharice at any point you're like, stop talking, totally okay.
You go for it. I'm fine.
First thing that came to me is baby, February, March time frame, because by the end of the year you will have the baby.
That's
God.
Is that the baby?
God, what?
Is that the stork? The stork has come early?
That's dinosaur cat.
Timing was perfect. Baby rang the doorbell, and this kid, I know he knows that he's got a brother and sister coming.
He knows. He's very aware.
I've been seeing girl, by the way, just so you know. The other thing that was really coming through really strong was you speaking. So not in a virtual setting anymore. It's you speaking at a public event, because what I can see is kind of a darkened space behind you and hundreds of people like sitting all around, but the spotlight is on you and you're walking onto the stage. Between April and June for that. The other stuff that I see is business related, but Sharice and I are in business, so like I can't. You know, I have a tidbit of information on those already, so it's not fair. I'm not going to bring that up here. But those are the biggest things that were coming through while you guys were trying to not make me laugh. Thank you. Reggie?
Hello, my dear.
For you? TV show. Because it feels like there was a conversation that's been had and it's happening. And it's coming through to me like third week of January, that time frame, January, February, but really January.
Okay.
That's the biggest thing, because it feels like all your energy is funneling in that direction. And it's not that you're giving up work and other things necessarily, but it's this acting yet not acting piece. It's you inspiring others. And it's that the time is right because others need you. So if you haven't heard from a particular person, producer, it's time to create it yourself. And the good thing is that we're looking at someone who also knows people. It's not about Sharice having her own TV show and a producer who can do all of this.
Yeah.
It's more that we are in this place of high vibe connecting with other high vibe folks who want to bring higher frequency and spirituality into the world. And by helping each other, we are helping others. So go ahead.
No, I'm letting you finish if that's.
You can react to that. That was the
No,
biggest
like,
thing.
Yeah, like people out there, wherever you're tuning in from. Hey, Gabe. Gabe just tuned in right now. Say hi. What's going on, Gabe? Andrea, ever since we met, she's been channeling, as she mentioned, and she's been very accurate in terms of her delivery. I remember, you said like September was going to be like a significant month, and it really was. I went away for my birthday, and ever since I came back during that month, I was like, wow, like so many things. And that's why I'm like, I haven't been able to like really connect with you. Like legit. It's been like, I just sent out the invite for this, like this week, right? To have you guys.
Yes.
And I'm like, yeah, we're going to be doing it December 2nd. I said that like weeks ago. And I'm like, a flurry of stuff just happened. So the TV stuff, yeah, like there's something brewing. There's, yeah. But I don't know. For me, I don't want to jinx it. But
don't say anything. Let's just do like a recap and comments at the end of January. Just put a note in there.
Okay.
On this entry, because you're going to put it out on LinkedIn.
Yes.
So.
Oh, Gabe, thank you so much. So let's get simulcast this to LinkedIn now. Yeah, Gabe, I was having issues, brother. We're gonna have to replay this probably tomorrow morning, where people are, because they're gonna probably be sleeping in the East Coast, West Coast, not so much. But yeah, no, this is interesting. This is interesting. And then Sharice, I need to know who you know.
I know a lot of people. I mean, I don't want to name drop. Feel like, oh my gosh, I know.
She's like Idris Elba. Okay, I'll just say Idris Elba. Denzel Washington. Okay.
I wish I knew Denzel, but I don't.
Yeah.
But I know a lot of good humans. And to Andrea's point, they are all in this journey of ascension and transcendence. And they have and they are like attracts like, and this is 2022 is going to be an amazing year. I can sense it. And so
That was
Party Parrot?
D Money. Was that you?
I was like, is that music because we've talked too long? It's like,
No.
getting pulled off stage.
What is it? The
It's like
Showtime at the Apollo?
Or the Oscars? Yeah.
Showtime at the Apollo. Okay, I don't know. Did y'all ever watch that? Like that was like
where comics and like just like performers get booed, right?
Dude, I would not be able to go. I would be like, I would just cry off stage.
See, we wouldn't do that in Canada. We're not like that.
Canadians, I've heard, are really nice. Is that
we're very nice. If it was a bad performance, we're like, oh, good try. Yep, well done. It's like we're kind of weird that way, like in the nicest form.
Yeah. Send some of that
example, like when you guys fly anywhere and you guys like from one destination to the next destination, you arrive, let's call it Jamaica because you're going on vacation. Do you guys clap?
No.
Yeah, Canadians clap. Canadians clap. They're like, oh yeah, well done. Yeah, yes. Thanks for getting us there safe and sound. Like it's a thing.
I've never been on an airplane that, I mean, when I went to Bali, no one clapped. They were like, get us off of this plane. Get me out of here.
Yeah.
We have, but only when there was like, it was a bumpy ride and it was kind of scary.
We're gonna die.
Well, everyone clapped at the end and gave the captain like a standing ovation because he landed us safely. So yes to that. But
well, yeah, to save your life. For sure,
yes.
I would clap too, but
thank you.
But not just
hey, we're going on vacation. Everyone's clapping. Yeah, we're very nice.
One of my
everything
best
is
friends
sorry for everything. We're sorry for this, sorry for that. That's how we are. We're lovely people.
My best friend is Canadian.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's from Toronto.
Oh, because Sharice knows everybody in the world. This person, she doesn't want to name drop. His name is Drake.
Oh no. I'll drop his name. His name is Kunal. Hey, Uni. Like, yeah, he's one of my best friends.
All right, cool.
Nice.
Listen, ladies, this has been fun. This is the series finale of DYOS. And what a treat we had. But at the same time, too, it's like everything that goes according to plan. Isn't this amazing? Like, this was supposed to be like a live broadcast on LinkedIn. And this kind of really brings me back to the precursor days of LinkedIn Live, where I was just doing this on Zoom and people would show up. So it's kind of interesting how we're just kind of back in this fold and having this conversation among, an intimate group of people. And shout out to Gabe if this is simulcasting on your LinkedIn right now. Appreciate you. And I want to say, everybody, thank you for following me on this journey. Thank you for all the guests that have given up their time, their energy, their share their insights, their stories. It's been a truly magical experience and one that I will never, ever, 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 ever forget. And I've always said this, and I said it in my book, and Therese, thank you for putting that up there. But it was like that right there is a time capsule for my kids. So those that don't know me so well, and in the book I explain my relationship there. It's been a challenge, and I want them to know who I am, and this will give them that idea for the time that has been lost. But I appreciate this. Thank you, both of you, for everything.
Thank you, Reggie. Thank you. And congratulations on an amazing journey to date. We can't wait to see what's coming next.
I don't know. Well, you know what's happening next. You need to tell me.
I need to tell you.
You need to tell me. You need to tell me.
Still, a conversation, faster than, 3 to 6 months would be nice.
Yeah.
To hear your voice. And the rest of the world needs to hear your voice too. So don't stay away too long from these lives.
Yeah,
Even though
well,
this is the series finale, but one-offs every once in a while.
every once in a while, who knows?
You can come into the high live zone.
And into Soulfire Spirit. So
Ooh.
That sounds like fun.
Yeah.
Are these like live experiences? Like what are these? What are these? Yeah.
Soulfire Spirit will be.
Okay.
High
High Vibe
Zone.
Zone.
High Vibe Zone.
High Vibe Zone is the live that I do on LinkedIn.
High Vibe Zone. HVZ. Okay. All right. Well, listen, beautiful people. Thank you. Love you. Be well. 2021 was amazing. I hope it was amazing for all of you. 2022 is going to be even greater. Andrea, Charisse, you're fantastic. Andrea could see into the future. So, guys, hit her up if you want to know what your future is all about. If you want to know everything about farts, poops,
Humanity.
how to be a racist, check out
Humanity.
Yeah. It's been a blast.
There we go, guys. Where
Appreciate
is it?
y'all.
There.
Mike, Gabe, thanks for tuning in. Johnny, thank you for showing up with your profile pic. Appreciate it. Bye.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.